So hello, we are team C3J2K and our project is Explore Central. We'll start with introductions. My name is Jenny Thomas and I am the database lead.
And I am Kwong Nguyen. I am a user experience and user interface lead.
I'm Josiah Likewise, I'm the design lead. I'm Chris Wallen, I am the team lead.
I'm Katie Imhoff, I am the documentation lead.
I'm Craig Miller and I'm the quality assurance lead.
Our client is Dr. Auslander from the museum department and our faculty advisor is Dr. Johnson. So I will start with identifying the problem that we were faced with by Dr. Auslander. So currently the museum department provides, for new students and families and interested parties, they provide a hard copy map that has phone numbers listed where you can call and get audio information on different points around Central. And that, in their opinion, was kind of old school, and they had to reprint new hard copies every time they changed, and it wasn't functioning very well for them. So we came up with a solution. Explore Central is our Android mobile application, which it's a user interactive kind of self-guided tour. So when the user opens up the application, they can see where they are in a Google map, and they can see all the different points of interest that are on the map as well. When they click on a point of interest, they can see text, images, listen to audio and watch videos, all the information that the museum department has provided us. That's the app. So that's our solution, pretty much. So today we're going to talk about where we were when we first came and talked to you all about our project. And at that point, we had a paper prototype of our app, and we had a very simple web interface. The project also includes a web interface, for the administrator to use to load the data for the application. And we didn't have a server at that time either. So now I'm going to have the team, I'm not going to have them, but they are going to go over where we are now, which is in a much better place. We have server space, we have our web interface up and running, and we have the Android application as well on its way to being fully functional. So I'm going to turn it over to Kwong, who's going to go over the website interface requirements.
About the website requirement to access the admin manager interface, he or she is required to log in to access to that admin manager. From the login page, they can change their password via the admin manager, but right now we have the low priority on that, so we will do it on the next iteration report. When the admin log in, the admin interface will load it up, and from there they can add or edit, delete the point of interest. They can also upload the media such as images, audios, and video. Right now, we have just done on the images, uploaded images and audio and video. We will do it later. They can also choose the coordinate for the point of interest via the Google Map panel, and after they upload the image, the website will automatically generate the thumbnail for that, and it also generates a JSON object so that the mobile app team will load it up and to communicate with the database. So now I will transfer the talk to Joe, and Joe to have the demo with us.
So this is the prototype. It doesn't really do much. This is what we presented last time. The buttons are all kind of a little bit fake, but we've made almost all of them functional now. Our actual website. We're going to bring it here real quick. So this is what happens when you try to access the administrative panel without actually logging in. It just tells you to log in. administrative page, or the login page. As you see, this is the more completed version of the administrative interface. We have the POI list on the left here, and then we have information about it. So if we select Peddler Hall, we can view the text and media files associated with it. We can also delete POIs from here by selecting the Remove button down at the bottom. It'll confirm to make sure the user actually wants to delete the selected POI. And we can also add new POIs, clicking the new button down in the lower left. From here we can enter a POI name. And then enter a category that it's associated with. And then we can click on the map button, or we can actually select the GPS coordinates of the POI, where we're bring it up on the app. Then we can enter a text descriptions, a short one, which is just a short sentence for the app, and then a long one for actually a more thorough explanation. Then we can go to the Images tab and actually upload images. And then once we hit the upload button, it sends it to the server, and then we can save it, and it will automatically create all the thumbnails and the database entries. And as you can see now, it added circ to the bottom of the POI list. We can access that, and all the information is there and saved in the database, so it's readily accessible to the app. And then we can log out. So I'm going to turn it over to Chris, who is going to explain the Android application requirements.
So previously, for our map interface, we were going to be moving forward with Mapbox API, but as we got into working with that, we discovered it did not have the capabilities we really wanted. So we moved to Google Maps, which has a lot more functionality, and we are able to implement the things we want to how we need to. The point of interest view is coming along nicely. It will display text and audio for the point of interest, the title, videos, and any images. Currently we only have a dummy data for this view, and we are working on pulling server information. The list view we have not implemented yet. We have focused our development on the server and the map and POI view. The list will be worked on soon, and we don't anticipate any terrible problems from that. Moving forward, we'll be working on user interface refinement, making it look better, have it be more intuitive, and overall memory performance of the app, so we do not run into memory issues with loading images or moving between activities. And with that, I'll pass over to Katie for the Android.
So these are our prototype images that we had of our app last time we talked to you. We have the main, or the menu view that comes up when you first log into the app that lets you access other parts of the app. We have the map view, which I will show you our current implementation of it. Looks very similar to our prototype. And the POI view that Chris mentioned also looks very similar to our prototype. But it actually exists, and it's not just a picture. So, all right, this is our app, and we actually we can't demonstrate it on the computer because it requires Google Play services, which doesn't exist on any of the Android emulators out there, so we have to show you on a phone. So this is the menu view, and it will be centered and have 4 square buttons in the end. We're still currently working on getting the layout of the views to look uniform across all devices. Sleep? Okay. This is our map view, and right now it's pulling, here we go, it pulled the POIs from the database, and we zoom here, you can see this is the POI that they just added during the website demonstration. It's the search and the short description of the POI shows up in this little info box. And it will be clickable, and it will take you to the POI view for that POI, but we have some memory leak issues that we're working on. We're well on our way to a solution to that. So here is the POI view. This is where it'll show the long, like the name and the long description and any audio files that the Museum Studies Department has uploaded. And we also have a picture gallery, which again, working on having good uniform layout across devices. And the pictures are selectable, which brings them up in a full screen view. We will also have a video gallery, but it's not, we don't have any videos yet, so it's not really show anything. Yeah, that's pretty much what we have on our app so far. Now I will turn it over to Craig, so he can tell you where we're going from here.
So where we're heading from here is the word dummy value got thrown out quite a bit today. We're going to move from dummy values to actual database values, get everything centered on the map where it goes, finish the POIs for those, and that way when you pull up the POI, you're going to have that nice image list view, everything that you saw when Katie was demoing the app. We are going to implement a full list view, which is where we have a list of POIs and a string coming all the way down. Right now, we only have the POI view. You click on the POI, it pulls up the POI. There's no way to look at all the POIs outside of the map at this point. Refine the user interface was talked about several times. Icons will have labels, so you don't have to just intuitively guess what they are. We'll work more on getting custom icons, custom colors, So we're thinking maybe like purple would be like, oh, it's a haunted site. So we work on a custom icon for that as well. Field testing, we're going to be heading out around campus once we have the app fully completed. I use that word loosely, it's testable. So once we have it at a point where we can move it around campus with the list view, the POI view, we're going to go around, test it, make sure it's pulling up things as expected. Are we really this close to Hubler Hall? Well, if we're all the way down by the library, we're not that close. So test for those things. Documentation, keep up on our iteration reports, write a user manual, primarily for the website, but also if this turns out to be a legacy project, if it looks to get expanded on in the future. We want people to know what our source code was, what our thinking was when we were going through it, make sure that they have a good place to start and a good place to finish up. And then, lastly, optimization. We do have memory leak issues, we're working on them. We're working on some other stuff. We have a lot of redundant code right now, multiple hands in the pot. We have certain methods that do the same thing over and over again. So over the course of the next couple of weeks, we plan on cutting that out, trimming everything down, making it a lot easier to understand, and then getting everything lean and mean and ready to go for the Museum Studies Department. So thank you for your data.
Any questions?
Oh.
Sorry. Okay, so your Google Maps implementation, is that just like code that you just pull Google onto your phone, or how did you do it?
So
It connects to
you have to get a Google authentication key, and then with Android you have to create a map fragment and then create a map object, give it your key, it authenticates with Google, and then you can work from there. So we've made it center on Ellensburg and have our own